welcome to Cox Local Edition on CNN Headline News. I'm Catherine Falk with Cox Communications. Thanks so much for joining us today. As part of our Policymaker series, we're excited to welcome the newest delegate in the Virginia House of Delegates, Delegate Charniele Herring. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely. Tell us about your district. You're in the 46th district?
The 46th district. It's West End, Alexandria City, and I have one precinct in Falls Church called the Skyline area.
Great.
Yes.
And you were just elected in a special election on January 13th, so this was your very first session.
It was my first session, and it was a great session.
Good, but you had to deal with so many very difficult issues.
Absolutely. There were a lot of issues that we had to deal with as a General Assembly, and one of the biggest issues, of course, was the budget and what we're going to do. There was a serious shortfall, the estimated income that the state would get. And at that time we were deciding the budget. The federal stimulus plan was released, and actually we became the first state to implement the federal stimulus plan.
Great.
Yes.
Tell our viewers a little bit about your background since you're so new in the General Assembly.
Sure.
I know that you've actually been a resident in the area for 30 years.
Yes. Now we're dating myself,
Right.
But yes, I have been here. I moved here. I started the 6th grade here in Springfield at Hunt Valley Elementary. Graduated West Springfield High School, went to George Mason University, Catholic University Law School grad. I'm very proud of that. So I've been involved in the community, local community in Alexandria City for quite some time. I was the president of the West End Business Association. I've been a member of the board of Greater Washington Board of Trade. I've chaired the Women's Commission for 3 years in the city, and I've been appointed by Governor King to the Council on Status of Women twice. So I've been very active in the community for the time that I've been here.
That's great. Let's talk about some of the big issues that came up in the General Assembly. You mentioned the stimulus bill.
Right.
As part of the stimulus bill, there was a big issue dealing with unemployment benefits. Tell us a little bit about what that issue was really about.
Sure. The unemployment insurance package was basically the federal government would put $125 million into the state's depository for unemployment insurance, provided that we do, actually we had 4 options, 4 changes that we had to make to our unemployment insurance law. One was to compensate part-time employees. If they look for part-time work while they're searching, they could get compensation. The other thing was to extend the time someone can receive unemployment insurance. As your viewers may know, there was a big controversy about it. Some felt that it would hurt the business community because they would have an increase in unemployment insurance tax eventually. A lot of people were concerned that the budget, basically we would be required to amend the Virginia Code just because the federal government gave us money. And then there's the other thought that, well, Virginians are hurting, our unemployment has skyrocketed, and people need help.
Yeah.
So it was a controversial issue, and there was a vote by straight party lines, but the bill did fail.
Yes. Another issue that has more support on both sides is really energy conservation.
Absolutely.
Tell us what's happening on energy conservation.
Well, the General Assembly did pass a bill, and it was totally bipartisan support. I think there was one opposition to basically give electric utility providers incentives for doing energy efficient programs. And we are now looking at, or at least I am looking at on my own, and I'm sure others in the state as well, about wind energy.
Great.
This is something that is viable.
Great.
There have been studies conducted.
Great.
And I think it's something that can happen for Virginia.
Great. And I know that you want to encourage your viewers, our viewers, to contact you by email and phone, and we're going to put those up on the screen.
Absolutely, yes. I would love for them to contact me, give them their ideas, their thoughts, their criticisms as welcome, because that's the only way that I can improve my service to them.
Great. Delegate Herring, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you for joining us on Cox Local Edition on CNN Headline News. Have a great day.